Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to another MAMJ Let's Play of Hello Charlotte. When we left off, we learned Bennett's sad backstory. Good lord, it was super depressing and I'm not quite sure what I need to do next. So I'm gonna see if I can go to bed and maybe we can start a new day, you know? That would be nice. So let's... Hi? Why are you there? When I close my eyes, I feel someone's presence beside my bed. It's a man in a pitch black three-piece, smiling ever so eerily. Father? No, it can't be. Father wouldn't visit me on his own accord. Right, Umbrella Man? Unfortunately, it's just as you've said. As for this appearance, it's still my favorite to this day. I am more likely to have more influence over you if I look like this, after all. That's kind of messed up. But let's pretend I didn't say that, shall we? Got it. What brings you here? I've seen you collapse at school. I figured I would pay a small visit. How are you feeling? I'm doing okay. You know, I learned new things today. That the Pythias I met in their world were the ones who rejected the Oracle. I see. Well, it is true that initially Pythias didn't have a shared consciousness. Their land, Delphi, was rather prosperic back in the day. I'd say that their society was one of the very few that successfully adapted the ideas of communism. When the Oracle appeared, many thought it would make their world a complete utopia. You see, even a young Oracle is powerful enough to grant wishes. As long as it finds beings to form a symbiosis with, of course. Most of the Pythias wish to be connected, to be understood by each other. However, most does not mean all. The war between globalists and individualists was only the beginning. However, not even the globalists fully believed that their wish would be granted. So, it became twisted. The tragedy is that their minds didn't become intertwined at once. No, the process was incredibly slow, crippling, excruciating. Imagine thoughts and feelings of other people around you creeping into your head, buzzing in it until you can't tell which thoughts initially belong to you. Imagine your own mind exposed to others. Your every embarrassing thought, every fleeting feeling. Doesn't it feel humiliating? Constant headache, loss of privacy without loss of ego. The god we worshipped was the devil in disguise. That's when the second god hunt began, of which you had the luck to catch a glimpse. But the process was becoming one indistinguishable mass, with the Oracle went on and on, until it consumed most of the population. However, they were still able to reduce their numbers to an astounding degree. They almost succeeded in destroying the Oracle, although it didn't mean them any harm. It's just how the Oracle is, you see. It's the failed expectations that made people violent. First, they welcomed it in their hearts, expecting to use it to make their world a utopia. But as soon as it disappointed them, they got rid of it. Personally, I find it extremely selfish. I see. It's sad that it ended like this. It always does end that way. Especially among races that have a concept of free will, just like you do. Those of your kind are in constant need of something to worship, be it science, money, or powerful beings. Honestly, it's better to worship something that doesn't exist, because fantasies never disappoint. Sorry, I hope I didn't use words that are too difficult for you to understand. Although, you're already almost a grown-up. Well then, sleep well. Bye-bye, Umbrella Man. I close my eyes. Good night, Seth. Oh, we're back here again. We're playing the piano in 4 hands. Wonderful. You're getting better. Say, Frey? I was thinking of the story you told me the other day. Why did the paper princess let herself become soaked in ink? Isn't it toxic? Why, yes. Ink is poisonous. Then why? Because of love, of course. That's the only reason? It's the sole reason, in fact. It seems there's a fundamental lacking in your understanding of love, Miss Wiltshire. You see, the final and sole goal of love is the loss of individuality, the ultimate death of ego. To love is to sacrifice your ego in order for two to become one, to mold your thoughts, beliefs, hobbies, and character traits into one. That is why Paper Princess became the same as Ink Princess. They became one of a kind. Unless you're willing to give up your ego for somebody else's sake, you can't claim that you've known love. You know, I find the concept of loss of individuality rather fascinating, for it requires the greatest sacrifice of all for an individual. Oh my, looks like it's about time you woke up. That is a really twisted way to look at love, isn't it? Okay. Morning, Seth. Let's get up, go to school, and go back to sleep. Okay. Let's warp, it's faster that way. Okay, so I'm not allowed to even go down the alleyway anymore. Because I wanted to. I wanted to see if I could go down the alleyway and run into any other events, but apparently not. The trial will right all your wrongs, although you're already an angel. I don't like that too much. Okay, can I talk to anybody here? I wanted to do something that made me special, but I ended up procrastinating again. Of course you did. Junk food. Okay, so let's go ahead and explore the school a little bit. Anybody here? Infirmary? No? What about the garden? Yeah, let's go to the garden and see if we find anybody. Because there's two people we could potentially meet, obviously. And it doesn't look like either of them are here. And I'm probably going to have to socialize, which I don't want to do. I don't want to do that if I don't need to. I haven't seen a requirement for it. So until there's a valid reason for me to do it, I'm not going to socialize. I mean, in all honesty, socializing sounds kind of terrifying and... Ah, God! It's so loud! Alright, anyways, I guess what's what I get for mentioning it, huh? So let's go to the third floor. Here we go. See if there's anybody in here. Oh, he's not in here today. Okay. Are we in here? No. Do I just need to go to class? Is that really what I needed to do? Now that I think about it, it makes the most sense, but I don't know why I didn't even choose to do that. Okay, let's go to class. So we need to go back to the second floor and go in here. No, this is the cafeteria. One more over. Here we go. Hi. Yep, it's time for class. Henry's absent today. I wonder if something happened. Let's start our class. Today's a drawing lesson, okay? Oh, I like drawing. You're allowed to draw flowers, landscapes, political leaders. You're not allowed to draw what you want. Are we clear? The class nods. What should I draw, I wonder? Something else? I draw a big mad cat. Perfect. The class passes. It's lunchtime. Why don't we eat on the rooftop today? Then we could check on the mad cats. Are you not going to yell at me? I completely did the opposite of what you wanted me to do. Are you not mad? Okay. Healthy food, take some apples, they're quite cheap. Okay? No junk food? Alrighty. So how do we get to the rooftop? I know there's a question mark one that pops up here. Access denied. Okay, so that's not the rooftop. The third floor is as high as we can go. Is the one with the gate? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, hi. See. The boy turns around, only to reveal a face covered in band-aids. No way. Have you gotten beaten up again? As you can see. Well, I did refuse to take out the trash during cleaning duties. It's unfair. Why did they pick on you? Well, they must be disappointed in me. That's why they're upset, furious. Because I'm misophobic god stuck in a human body. How could they worship me if I'm powerless just like them? Still, remember, I won't be in this vessel forever. In fact, I'm looking for a way to get rid of it. But it's almost impossible in the house, let alone the school grounds. But I think I finally found a way to go back. Who knows? Perhaps I'll return to my domain faster than anyone could imagine. So you're leaving soon? Everyone does leave, eventually. Anyhow, how do you feel like joining me for lunch? Sure. We sit on one of the benches. I tell C about the oracle inside of me, about puppeteers and observers, Pythias and executioners. I tell him everything I know. He doesn't ridicule me. In turn, C reminisces about his past experiences and other worlds he's been to. You know, I remembered something today. A memory of another human vessel I used to have. It was in a land where half of the mankind descended and were blessed with a gift. The gifted left their planet and built a city in the skies. It was given the name of Aether. It was made of pure white, and those who lived there had all white hair. My gift was to cause the cell apoptosis, so everything I touched directly withered to the very next moment. That was how my mother died. Right after giving birth, she cradled me in her arms. That was a fatal mistake. Those with gifts are dangerous, as that were kept in isolation from civilians, myself included. So the only thing I've ever interacted with was a virtual parent and a few other devices. I was afraid to touch living beings. C closes his eyes as if trying to remember something else. Sadly, as far as my current memory goes, I cannot remember further details. It must have been lonely. Loneliness is a human emotion. To a god, it's a virtue to experience it. I see. Well then, I plan on continuing my research. See you later then. Bye, C. We should go feed the mad cats, Seth. I bet they're waiting. Okay, so now we have to check on the mad cats. But where are they? Are they on the first floor? Like outside in the garden? They were here before, right? That changed. The garden's changing. Why? Ooh, okay. Studying student. Well, I'm out of here. Okay. What happened? What happened? No! They're all dead. Someone puts a hand on my shoulder. I barely feel its presence. Pets aren't allowed here. You knew that, didn't you? So nobody's responsible for what may happen to them. I played with these mad cats. I gave them food. I tamed them, Frey. Yet, I couldn't be there when they needed me the most. You're the Oracle, Frey. Can't you do anything? I was the Oracle, Miss Wiltshire. Everything that defined me as the Oracle has perished. I do not bear memories of my past, nor do I possess extraordinary powers. Therefore, I am the Oracle no more. It is you who defines me right now. However, it still greatly exhausts you. If you use even a pint of my energy consciously, your life systems will collapse, just like the last time. And returning dead back to life is no laughing matter. As long as you reject me, we will eventually drain each other and perish. When we merge, however, we shall obtain a great power. The question is, are you willing to give up your ego for the sake of someone or die an individual? Think about it. Frey walks up to the heap of small bodies and crouches beside them. Poor little things. Let's give them a proper burial, shall we? Go to class? I'm gonna save. I feel like I'm about to make a choice that's gonna change the outcome of the game. Hi. Before we start our lesson, there's an announcement I'd like to make. As you all know, pets are not allowed on the school's territory. Yet it seems like some of you have been feeding them against the rules. Just to make it clear, the cats in the garden died because of food poisoning. You see, junk food is incredibly toxic to animals, especially one containing xylitol, which is most commonly found in snack preparation by Charlie's Junk Foods. Whenever you did this Wait, whenever you did this as a prank or not, I think it went weather, right? Sometimes I can't read. This time I'm trying to be better. But either way, it's incredibly cruel to kill an animal like that. So whoever did it, make sure you dispose of the corpses in the garden. The guards aren't your janitors, so I want you to take the responsibility yourselves. No way. It can't be. It can't be. Their death? It was all my fault? No. It's because they were hungry. It's because Anami told me to. It's because Seth decided to feed them. It's because I was made to do this. Huh? Miss Wiltshire, are you okay? I knew it! Wiltshire killed those cats. Cat killer, cat killer, cat killer. No. It's not like that. Cat killer, cat killer, cat killer. I just wanted to help. Cat killer, cat killer, cat killer. I'm sorry. Charlotte Wiltshire is a murderer. Oh no. The ink kept flowing out, making me unable to catch my breath. I choked on my own words. It's all my fault. I wake up in tears and snot. C's face hovers over me. How are you feeling? Why are you here? C, what are you doing here? You don't remember? I carried you here. Oh, I've caused you trouble. Even though I know how much he hates dirty things, it's okay. As I thought, you became targeted because of me. But don't worry, I found a way out. Let's go. Me? Where to? What's happening? I found a way out of the house. Trust me, it'll be okay. There'll be no guards, no classmates, no routine in the outside world. No one will lift a hand on you too. But what if we don't like it out there? We'll go back, right? Right. We will. Well then, I'm afraid we can't waste any more time. Let's go. The elevator goes to -1F if it's activated on this floor. That's the floor we need to get to. All the doors open for me, so getting further won't be a problem. Be careful not to alarm the guards. The moment they find us, it's over. Okay. This place looks deserted. Are you sure it's okay to wander around here? Don't worry about it. Let's look and see if we can find shelter here. What about the guards and stuff? Welcome! Oh, customer, you seem troubled. I can tell. How about I sell you women's rights with a 10% discount? You'll get gender identity rights as a free extra. Or would you prefer freedom of speech? If you give up your rights to life, you can get many other ones for the points you earn. Let's leave. That was weird. The shopkeeper looks surprisingly normal. Until they suggest you living food. Sounds promising, although I don't have my wallet with me. Is this a pharmacy? No, you've got it all wrong. Welcome to the Shop of Knowledge. Did you know? Knowledge is produced to be sold. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. Nobody cares about that anymore. Everyone's starving, hungry for information. New, old, hidden, forgotten, secondhand knowledge. I've got it all in these pills. But you're minors, so I can't sell you any. How about distilled knowledge? Orange-flavored chewable tablets instead. I think we'll pass. Thank you for your time. Okay, something wrong? Well, it says religion on the entrance. But no matter how I look at it, it's just a department store. Oh, silly customer. Did you really think there's supposed to be something else? The religion of modern age is capitalism, and banks are its churches. Anyhow, you don't need anything. Do you need anything you don't need? I don't have any cash, sorry. Not a problem. Money altar is over there. The what? The altar, the ATM. Don't tell me you haven't heard of it.
Now I see.
Sorry, we don't need anything. Thank you for your service. Come again. I'll be praying for you at the local bank. Wow. Lots of, topical things here.
Welcome. We have everything you might ever need. Let's see. Anti-procrastination socks. Anxiety-easing protein milkshake. No? Then how about panic attack prevention band-aids? Nifty, right? What do you think? How about I give you a membership card as an extra? Sorry, we don't have any money.
Then why did you even enter the shop? Dumb teenagers. I don't get paid for wasting my time on you. Get lost. Okay, good to see you too. I guess. I think we can go up.
Seems like there's no place for us here. Let's look at what's ahead then.
What is this?
Suddenly, I feel weak in my knees. The next moment, I lose my balance in a coughing fit. C crouches beside me. Are you okay? No, I just remembered something. This maze reminded me of it.
I see. It must be a painful memory.
Can you stand? Sure. Don't mind me.
Oh, I don't like this. I don't like where this is going. Art gotcha. One-time use inside. No. Why do I want those? I don't know. I don't know if I want them at all. Is there something I need in them? Because even if I say no, it gets rid of that box. Oh god, I didn't realize I was sprinting through something.
Well, he was assigned to me when I turned 10.
I see. I was thinking that your puppeteer is a little unusual.
Why so?
You see, as far as I remember, there are 4 types of them. Adam, Eve, Seth, and Lilith. Adam is incredibly masculine. Eve is gentle and family-oriented. Seth is the wisest. Lilith is the most strict of them all. Usually, it's either Eve or Lilith who get assigned to girls. It's a wonder that a male puppeteer is watching over you.
Seth is special in many ways, I guess.
Okay. So there's the way out. I don't want to save too much because I know this game has multiple endings and I don't know what triggers it, you know? So I want to be careful of that, but what in the world is going on?
What are the smaller cubes?
I think they're soul offerings. Not only does a cube contain soul data, but it also represents the ego of a person. Okay, what's this then?
These soul cubes are massive.
Fascinating.
Can you read what's written here?
Let's see. Memorials for anonymous leaders, the true rulers of the world. Anonymous leaders?
Seems like there's no place for us to stay too.
Oh god, what is this? All the unwanted, all the unneeded, all the excessive, all that amount to nothing are buried here in the force of the defective. See, where are you taking us? The smell is so strong that I cover my mouth and nose. C does the same.
I wonder who those people are.
They're all failures. And the victims of the trial, most likely.
But the trials don't kill people.
In a way, they don't.
What do you mean?
Haven't you heard? If your cube gets formatted, you'll become empty. What'll be left is an empty shell devoid of personality. A hollow human. You'll become no more than your puppeteer's mute self-insert. You'll keep doing quests, opening boxes, and running around until you will eventually collapse. Then you'll be buried here, as garbage of the society. Oh god.
Will we end up here too?
He didn't answer, he didn't say anything. The people are hanging on tree branches. It's a suicide spot. This got really morbid. Let's continue on, shall we? Is something wrong?
I thought outside world would be a brighter place. Maybe we should go back after all.
Go back to that place? So that we can be mixed with dirt again.
If we stay together, we'll be okay. If we hide in this fog, we'll be okay. We'll be okay, see? So let's go back.
C lets out a bitter laugh. Then he looks at me. The world that's reflected in your eyes must be a wonderful place. It must be a very kind world full of color. But that's not the world that I see. To me, it's a bleak, disgusting place. Even the air here is unpleasant. Believe me, this contaminated land isn't a place we belong to.
But where can we go?
Isn't it obvious? C points to the sky.
I don't understand.
I found a way to get back my initial form. C brings out something. It's a pack of pills. I took these from the infirmary. The amount we'll have to intake is rather big, but I made sure there's enough for 2.
Huh?
You still don't get it. Sorry, it must be my bad choice of words. How do I say this? C stumbles on his words. They come out a bit shakily, but his smile is still present. I want to take you with me to my heavenly domain. We will get rid of our heavy bodies and rise above all earth dwellers. We will be the ones to purify this world. Will you accept, Charlotte Wiltshire? I want it to be your decision, not somebody else's.
I don't want to hurt C, but wouldn't going with him mean that I'll leave everyone behind? I'll leave it to you, Seth. If it's you, you'll surely know what to do.
Refuse?
When I take his hand, C will smile ever so brightly, so blindingly. It would be a genuine soft smile, filled with sincere gratitude. His hand would tremble in mine. He'd be still anxious, unsure, afraid. I will tighten my grip a little to reassure him everything's okay. Fear is a human emotion, see? Soon enough it will disappear. We will abandon our earthly shells and ascend to your divine domain. We will become gods. Together, we'll bring order to this world. All pollution, everything that's unfair, humiliating, unpleasant will be purified. All the dirty colors will become cleansed. We will become pure white. We will become happy. I don't take his hand. His eyes widen. I feel a growing lump in my throat. It's impossible to speak. I thought that you'd understand. See, please listen. Even if you're scared of this world, even if you hate it, even if it disgusts you, a deep breath. I want you to live. It's barely a whisper. The words reach his ears. C's breathing becomes erratic. His knees give in. It's a panic attack. I watch him break down in front of me. My eyes feel dry. You're unfair, C. It's me who wants to cry the most. There's no place for us to go. A corpse of a god laughs behind my back. My sides. Couldn't you be any more dramatic? Acting all high and mighty, yet you've been saying it all for your own sake. The one who doesn't want to die is... I cover my ears. You, Miss Wiltshire. Despite all the self-harm, all the big dreams and fantasies about self-sacrifice and whatnot, you still want to live your pathetic life until the very end. Please, stop. Just admit it. That you're afraid to die. Deep down, you don't actually believe there's a place like heaven up above, do you? Even worse, there's nothingness awaiting you. You'll die only to achieve complete solitude and empty space of an afterlife. Not even your beloved Seth will be there for you. Why would they stay with you when they're bored to death when there's no quest to complete? Admit it, even your puppeteer is with you only as long as they're entertained. Shut up, shut up, shut up. I want you to be honest with yourself. We both know it, right? That everyone only wants to use you. Shut up! But why would it matter? You have me, Miss Wiltshire. Even in the cold embrace of death, I won't leave you. So there's nothing to be afraid of. You should have let this boy die already. I plunge forward, grasping Frey's throat, squeezing with all I have. We fall down. I'm strangling Frey with my own hands. It's getting hard to breathe. I just want you to open your eyes. Look, can't you see this boy is dying to disappear for good? He doesn't want to be saved. I make my grip harder. It hurts. He opened up to you, and look what you've done. You're the cruel one, Miss Wiltshire.
Whoa! Here they are! Seize them! What? So, would you be so kind as to explain yourselves?
It was my initiative to leave the house, sir. I forced Miss Wiltshire to come with me.
Miss Wiltshire, is that true?
She looks at me expectantly. It is.
Then, Mr. Wordsworth, can I ask you for your reasons for violating school rules?
Well, of course. I wanted a breath of fresh air. It's unfitting for the god of this world to be inhaling such stale air every day. I ended up dragging Miss Wiltshire along with me against her will since she didn't feel well. I sincerely thought that would help her recover. You see?
I see. Mr. Wordsworth, you are forbidden to leave your room until the day of the trial. As punishment for your behavior, you'll be robbed of all social points you've had until this day. Miss Wiltshire, you are awaited in class at the usual hours. I'll have an appointment scheduled for you at the laboratory. Considering the situation, medical tests will be absolutely necessary. Then, we're going to have a counseling session in regard with your indecent relationships with classmates. After the trial, of course. Now, return to your rooms, if you will.
Is that it? You needn't have covered for me, see?
I only said the truth.
Still, you've lost all the social points. There's no way you can get past the trial like this. About that, there's something I'd like to ask of you. What is it? If possible, please don't vote for me on the trial. If a sacrifice has to be made, it must be me. Don't put it like that. Please. It's my only wish. I don't belong to this world. It's only natural that it rejects me. That's why I ask of you, please don't vote for me. It's my last chance to leave this world. Just like that, we parted ways. Umbrella Man's words rang in my head. You needn't have helped him. Frey's words followed. He doesn't want to be saved. A fresh memory of C's plea kept replaying over and over. Please, don't vote for me on the trial.
Oh my god, okay. So I'm gonna save it right here. How many save slots do we have? We've got quite a few, so I think we're gonna be okay. But oh my god, this is getting really insane. Like, I wonder what would have happened if we agreed to go with him. Like, would that have been a game over? Would that have been a good ending, a bad ending? I don't even know. And the trial, they're saying that you have to have social points in order to survive. I don't have any social points. So yeah, things are about to get very interesting. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave this episode here, and then that way we can continue the story, see what happens, and then try for some other endings as well. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed. We'll see you guys on the next MAMJ. Let's play. Memory Cube Side A. A ranks are the smart ones. They were fated to participate in intelligence tests and surprisingly, parapsychology. We had this Paul guy appearing on TV all the time, predicting match results and making weather forecasts. He died of overworking. D types of the workforce. They're sent to the most dangerous places like nuclear stations, shafts, and such. B types are good looking and have good stamina. They're used in commercials, movie industry, and medical tests. Then there was the E type, who were used as pets. C types are the living stock. They're used for mass producing meat products and